everybody, it's me, Krista. Welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. If not, welcome for the very first time to my little art corner here on YouTube. Today is the final day of Inktober. It is the 31st day. Happy Halloween, everybody, if you celebrate Halloween. No more Inktober after this video right here. The prompt for today is ripe. I decided that for this I wanted to do some fruit, and I specifically decided to do some strawberries. I found a wonderful photo of some ripe strawberries from Paint My Photo, which is pmp-art.com. And the photo itself is by @Janine Goodrum, and the title of the strawberry photo is Still Life. All of that information will be written in the box down below, that description box. I got my sketch in with a 2H pencil. It's just a general Semi-Hex drawing pencil. I then went around and outlined the strawberries using a very thin red liner. I am now pulling in a variety of alcohol-based and water-based markers in reds and pinks, and I will be pulling in some blues, purples, greens, yellows, and a bunch of colors. I'm gonna totally not be able to say every single color I am using because I am using quite a few of them. That information will also be in the description box below. I wanted the colors to be very bright, very saturated, very on brand for someone who grew up watching Rainbow Bright as a child. Gotta bring all the colors in, always. I did want to have a slight realistic effect, but I was more concerned with having very beautiful saturated reds in here. I also wanted it to look more illustrative. I started out without using any black. I wanted to build up all the color as much as I could before I pulled it in. I am just layering these over each other, and it almost is a watercolor kind of technique. Some of the same ideas that you apply with watercolor, such as glazing and all that stuff, are easily applied with marker as well. Go figure. At this point, I'm pulling in a very deep burgundy red for the darks, but I do also pull in a light purple, a darker blue, and I also shade some dark green over it. Mixing red and green, since they are complementary colors, can make it very close to a black. It can also help desaturate a color if you do not want your drawing to be as vibrant and bright as this one will be. Pulling in the different shades of red and then pulling in that yellow does help brighten the colors and make it far more intense. Using yellow and red together will intensify each other. The reason that works out is because they're analogous colors on the color wheel. I probably said that word wrong. For the background, I decided to bring in a pale blue because I really like pale blue and red together. It's just how I roll. At this point in the drawing, I was pulling in a yellow marker. It was a Winsor & Newton Pigment Maca. I still love how these markers work. I have noticed an issue that occurs occasionally when I use them. The chisel tip side of the marker, when I push the lid on, I almost always break part of that chisel tip. It's either most likely user error, it's most likely my fault, or it's that the design doesn't quite give enough space to not do that unless it's in a very specific spot. A lot of the chisel nibs I have on these are a little broken. They still work, but they're a little tattered. Here I try outlining the strawberries using a dark blue marker. It's almost a navy blue color. I was hoping I'd be able to get away with doing that or a dark green and not do the black. I was trying not to heavily do a black outline. I was attempting to just use my colors. It didn't work. I needed to pull in a black marker later. Oops. It was interesting doing this drawing because I literally think the last time I had done a still life fruit drawing, with the exception of the apple with the smoke coming out of it I did earlier in Inktober. Last time I did a drawing like this would have been when I was still taking art classes in school. Still lifes are not my favorite thing in the world to draw, but this was actually a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I liked playing around with the colors and getting this loose illustrative quality to it. I will say, since this is the last project of Inktober, that I can conclude quite a few things about it now. Overall, I enjoyed doing it. There were some points where it was stressful creatively. Like, there were just certain prompts where I was like, I have no idea what the heck to do for this. And then doing a video a day on top of it, it was a lot of workload that I had put on myself that I hadn't previously tried to do. I learned I can do it, though, so that's good. It also pushed me out of my comfort zone with art quite a bit. I played around with different ways of using ink and marker and layering, and a lot of the drawings look wildly different from each other, which I think is a good thing. I think it's good to push yourself outside of your comfort zone and play around with different techniques and styles. I also learned a lot from seeing what other artists were doing, and I was also inspired a lot by seeing what other artists were doing. It's really interesting seeing how everyone interprets the same word differently and the different offshoots that it can go in, and how sometimes they can be similar ideas but executed completely differently. I enjoyed that aspect of it a lot. Overall, for it being the very first year I even attempted to do anything Inktober related, I feel that I learned a lot. I got to learn a lot about my process. I had a lot of fun for the most part. And overall, I think it was a good experience. Another thing good that came out of Inktober for me was meeting all of the people coming to these videos that I have posted here and having conversations with them, meeting a bunch of different artists who do all sorts of styles, who are at all different sorts of skill levels, and who each have their own individual processes. I have enjoyed that part of it as well. I feel as though we are creating a little bit of a community. Or I should say, I feel like I'm part of a community for once. But thank you to everyone who's been coming to this channel, watching these videos, leaving comments, liking things. I greatly appreciate it. And I just rambled enough that this video is over. If you liked this video, please hit that like button. If you have any comments, questions, feelings, or concerns, or you want to share your experiences with Inktober now that it's done, please let me know in that comment section down below. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Once again, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day or night to watch this video. I greatly appreciate it. I look forward to hearing from you guys soon, and you'll definitely be hearing from me soon. Bye, everybody!